How you doing, YouTube? Today I'm gonna make a video. I guess you could say it's maybe sort of might be a little bit of a rant video because something's just on my mind. It's just completely bugging the snot out of me. It has to do with the fact that there's a lot of anger being directed at a car review or a group of car reviewers because they feel that all the rest of the car reviewers are mocking, or maybe I shouldn't say mocking, or copying a the other big car reviewer. And I'm sure more of the astute people here are figuring out what I'm talking about by now. Um, yeah, they're talking about, people like Grand Prix GTPO2 are flat out copying Saab Cal 4. And let me just say this, okay? I am a car guy. I watch a lot of the various people on YouTube that do car reviews. People like Saab Cal 4, Grand Prix GTPO2, Shane's Autos. You get the idea. Okay, let me just put it to you guys this way. For example, let's just start with Grand Prix GTPO2. I don't feel that he flat out copies Saab Cal 4, despite what everybody else says. Yes, I've watched him for a long time, and yeah, for a while he did admittedly somewhat copy him, but I don't think he does it all because he he changes the words up. He changes the words up. He does things differently in the video than what Saab Cal 4 does, as far as like the format of the videos. He mainly sticks to newer cars as opposed to Saab Cal 4 just as everything. And and I find that both of these guys have a lot of merit, and along with a lot of the other reviewers out there, like for example, who are elsewhere in the world and do other types of car reviews. Shane's Autos, for example, he's in Ireland. He does a lot of cars that you can't get in, like the United States, for example, and that's the the beauty of it. And for example, I just Skyped with him the other day for like half an hour, and for the most part, we were just talking cars. I was kind of educating him on like why we in the United States can't get diesel, as opposed to in Ireland where every other, like you go like, for example, just go online and look up, for example, Ford, for example, in the UK and Ireland, where a lot of their models have diesel options as opposed to here, and basically that's because of the EPA, but that's another rant video for another time. But like Shane's Autos does a lot of his videos differently than Saab Cal 4. And I'm not calling him a copycat. I'm not calling anybody a copycat unless they blatantly go out and copy Saab Cal 4. And there's one that used to, I won't name him. I'm sure you know who he is, but I won't name him. He used to, apparently he changed up his videos, but I kind of cut out watching him. There's another one who, yeah, admittedly he does flat out copy Saab Cal 4, but I still like his videos just the same, because again, he's a global guy, and it's I'm not condoning the copying, but I'm not condoning it in any way. But what matters is, it seems to me like Saab Cal 4, the guy has the patience of a saint. Let me tell you, because he's always cool, calm, and collected, and just a really overall really nice individual, and just he's done so he's just he puts his heart and soul into his reviews, and I'm not saying anybody else doesn't, but he does, and it's really awesome. And all, like the work he did with Make-A-Wish, it was just really awesome. So I'm not discounting any other guys out there, but I'm just saying, you know, if they're directly copying, if users B, C, D, E, F are flat out copying user A, that's one thing. And if you're gonna call them on it for blatantly copying them, it's one thing. But if they're just loosely, if they're just doing what they do, like they're inspired by user A, and just doing their own interpretations with their videos, I don't think that's really sort of a bad thing, in my opinion. And it just kind of drives me nuts a little bit when I go and watch a Grand Prix GTPO2 video and see comments like, "Oh, stop copying Saab Kala 4, or stop trying to be like him." It's not. The thing is that the auto reviewers on YouTube, talk to each other. My understand, I was talking to Shane from Shane's Autos the other day, and he was telling me he was he's Facebook friends with Kyle, like not just the Saab Kyle 4 fan page, but in real life. And I was just talking, I was talking to Kyle about this and that and the other thing. So to just be blunt, everybody needs to just chill out, because come on. If you're, like I said, if you're directly copying somebody, it's one thing. But if you're just doing your own loose interpretations, and like I said, I'm not knocking anybody, whether or not they copy, whether or not they do loose interpretations. I can appreciate people for what they bring to the table. I'll watch, a global overseas person who does, he'll do a blatantly copy Saab Kala 4, but he does have some interesting vehicles to show that you can't get over in this country, and also that they're just unique in their own respectful way. It's just because I'm, a car nut. So, yeah, that's all I got. So, thanks everybody for watching.